The world's most expensive watches are very costly and high-end. They are the most sought-after watches because they are the rarest. You might have wondered why these watches cost so much. They are worth so much because of their fancy patterns, rare materials, and cutting-edge technology. Also, the work of making these watches is unique, and putting them together by hand takes a very long time. And the technology used to make these watches is excellent. People from all over the world who love watches are amazed by them. Here are the top 8 most expensive watches in the world in 2023. But before starting the video, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. We will make more videos on interesting topics in the future, so if you want to see them, subscribe to our channel. Number 8. Paul Newman Rolex Daytona. Price, $17.8 million. After 12 minutes of bidding at Philippe's sale house in New York, the watch is finally sold by phone to a buyer. The bid started at $10 million, and that's how much it sold for in the end. It is Rolex's most expensive watch and one of the most expensive watches in the world in 2023. People all over the world are so interested in the watch that they have been following it online, and there are about 700 people at the salon. It is one of the most famous watches in the world, and Mr. Paul Newman owns it. He was a movie star, and his wife gave him the watch. In the 1980s, people saw him wearing the watch. A lot of people think it was the best watch ever made. In 1984, Newman gave it to James Cox, who was dating her daughter. Number 7. Jacob&Co Billionaire Ashoka Watch. Price, $18 million. The Jacob&Co company announced this watch and its price in 2015. The company is known for how well they set precious stones. They are some of the best gem setters in the watchmaking business. The clock is both a high-quality watch and a piece of beautiful jewelry. There was only one made, and it was made with 260-carat emerald-cut diamonds. Also, the clasp, band, lugs, and case are all covered with 189 carats of rare Ashoka white diamonds. Building the watch takes a lot of skill and time. This means that in 2023, it will be one of the most expensive watches in the world. Even though the watch is made with a skeletonized tourbillon movement, it is still beautiful. Number 6. Patek Philippe Henry Graves Supercomplication Pocket Watch. Price, $24 million. It is one of the most complex pocket watches ever made. Patek Philippe makes it, has 24 parts, and is made of 18-karat gold. The timepiece was named after Henry Graves Jr. It is the most expensive watch that Patek Philippe made. He ordered the clock because he wanted a better watch than the Grande Complication pocket watch made by the American company James Ward Packard. James Ward Packard and Henry Graves are the world's best watch fans because they always ask for new designs. The watch was given to Henry in 1933, 8 years after it was made. It took 3 years to create and 5 years to put together. The watch has 70 jewels, 120 changeable parts, 110 wheels, and 430 screws. When all the parts are put together, they add up to 920. After Henry died, it went to his daughter, Reginald Pete Fullerton, and his grandson. He sold it to the man who started the Time Museum in Illinois, USA, for $1.2 million. On July 10, 2014, Sotheby's said that it would be sold at auction every year in November of the same year. At the auction in Geneva, Switzerland, the watch was bought by an unidentified buyer for $24 million or 23,237,000 Swiss francs. Number 5. Chopard 201-carat watch. Price, $25 million. Everyone knows that Chopard always makes watches that are better than most others. It is also known for its high-quality watch and unique, beautiful design. So what can we expect from its most expensive watch? The best they can make. This piece of jewelry is, without a doubt, one of the most expensive watches in the world. It was made in the year 2000 and is a high-end watch. The beautiful watch is expensive because it has diamonds of many different colors, shapes, and sizes. It looks like Graff's Hallucination, which you can learn more about below. It is made of 874 high-quality diamonds that are put together by hand. All of them are set on a band with a cluster of diamonds in it, and at its center are a heart-shaped blue diamond, a heart-shaped pink diamond, and yellow gold. Number 4. Jaeger-Lecoultre Joaille. Price, $26 million. It is one of the most accurate watches you can buy right now. It is one of the world's most expensive watches because the band has a long past. The first Jaeger-Lecoultre family can be traced back to Switzerland in the 1600s. Every effort was made to make the watch memorable and long-lasting. Its beautiful jewel has unique, secret technology built into it. Plus, one of the best watchmakers in the world has to go through many steps to put it together. It is made by hand to make sure of its quality. This watch is one of the high-end Jaeger-Lecoultre models for women called 101. Each piece is entirely different from the others, so they are not the same. Many women worldwide love this piece of jewelry because it is made of polished diamonds and has a thick band. It's a watch that has 576 diamonds. It also has bits of silver and gold, making it very lovely to look at and want to own. The watch has a thickness of 3.4 millimeters and is 4.8 millimeters by 14 millimeters in size. Number 3. Breguet Grande Compilation Marie Antoinette. Price: $30 million. It is a pocket watch from the past that was made more than 100 years ago. The watch is so valuable that it was sold for the price listed above for a work of art. Here is a bit of the watch's past, which explains why it is so expensive. Breguet started making important timepieces in 1775. An unnamed fan of this watch asked for it to be given to the Queen as a gift. But there was a lot of information about how the watch will work, which means it will be the best one the company has ever made. The watch, including the mechanism, must be made of as much gold as possible. Since it's a gift for the Queen, it doesn't matter how much it costs, but it must be unique. Then the company made Marie Antoinette number 160, even though it never got to the Queen. This is because it took 44 years to complete, not the 10 years it was thought would take. Later, Breguet died, and it took another 4 years for the watch to be made. In 1827, the job was finally finished by his son. After being owned by different owners, it was given to one of the museums in Jerusalem in 1925. The watch was given back to the original owners in 2007. It is one of the 5 most expensive watches in the world in the year 2023. Number 2. Graff Diamonds The Fascination. Price: $40 million. It's a beautiful watch with white diamonds. Even though it is a watch, you can also wear it as a band. A beautiful heart-shaped gem that can be worn as a ring goes with the watch. The medium-sized pear-shaped quartz in the middle of the jewel is a rare 38.13-carat fancy-cut diamond. The watch has 152.96 carats of sparkling diamonds in other parts. The gem is easy to put on and feels good. Yes, the watch is an excellent example of the skill of Swiss watchmakers and, of course, the work of the brand's master jeweler in London, Mr. Francois Graff. Number 1. Graff Diamonds Hallucination, the most expensive watch in the world. Price: $55 million. It is the most expensive and valuable watch that has ever been sold. It is the most rare watch in the world. It is different from Fascination in that it is made of colored diamonds. In the middle is a small piece of quartz. It is so expensive because it is made with a platinum band and has 110 carats of significant, rare colored diamonds set in it. Fancy orange, fancy green, fancy intense blue, fancy light gray blue, fancy light pink, fancy intense blue, fancy intense pink, and fancy vivid yellow are all colors of rare gems. The forms of these diamonds include round, radiant, emerald, marquise, pear, and heart. Tiny pink diamonds frame the small quartz dial. The watch can show incredibly accurate time. This beautiful piece of jewelry took thousands of hours to make. Mr. Graff, who made this watch, says that as he has been thinking about it, it makes his dreams come true. He thinks about how a watch could show how much he loves gems. The story about the most expensive things in the world also talks about this. So that's all for today's video. If you like this video, click the like and the bell buttons. We'll have another video for you soon. Take care until then.